Hi everyone again. Thank you so much for clicking this. As you can see, I'm filming another trailer review. Busy day, D23, very cool. So today we will be watching Lady and the Tramp, the official trailer from Disney+. So obviously this is a remake or another reimagining, a live action reimagining, that's what they call them, of a classic Disney animated film from their canon. So this is Lady and the Tramp. Recently I did a review for Aladdin. Recently they had Lion King, Aladdin, Dumbo, so those were theatrical. This one is Disney+. I am interested to see the quality of this film. It's great because they're using, I think we'll see if they make the animals' mouths move or how that will look and what the budget is. It's a smaller film if you've ever seen Lady and the Tramp. Spoilers, sorry, it's only 50-something years old. I'm getting the date wrong, I'm sure. 1955, so that's 60? Yeah, 64 years old. It's a beautiful film, it's really charming. Used to watched it 2 or 3 times all the way through when I was a child, young tween. So yes, let's see what the film looks like. I'm looking forward to it. I think so far the live action reimaginings have been of a certain quality. I know some people don't like them, but I've liked almost all of them. I think Lion King left me a little bit cold, just because it's so realistic and so so realistic, but also so grounded, and it's not animated at all. Like there's no personality in a way. But they're using real dogs for Lady and the Tramp and the other dogs that are escaping my memory right now, their names. But so we'll see what it looks like. Okay. And they're using, of course, actors' voices. I think Tessa Thompson is in this, and some other actors that I'll look up afterwards. Okay. So let's watch together. Here we go again. Okay. Play.
Let me guess.
You're like the center of your people's universe, right?
Indeed.
Well, I've got no leashes or fences. With me, every day could be an adventure.
This is something else.
It's not an original film. Disney Plus. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna watch that again afterwards. After I finish speaking to you guys. Because it's really lovely. Oh, really sweet, really lovely. A little bit of CGI at the end with the eyes. Not great. Looks a bit odd. But yes, their mouths moving. So I was about to say, sorry, I'm like always watching the trailer and I want to say something. So their mouths moving. Looks good, doesn't look awkward. That's what I found. Like once you're in the film, like Lion King or Lady and the Tramp, once after the first 5 minutes, or after the first time they do that, it's like open their mouths to speak and mouth the words. You get used to it, so it's not strange or anything. I mean, that's not my issue with the Lion King, which I think is I still like the live action version, but it's not my favorite. So they use real dogs when they're puppies, or when Lady is a puppy, of course. So cute, so adorable, looks so beautiful, looks really lovely, and this is what's, I think, that's the thing. I mean, they got actors like Tessa Thompson, Justin Theroux, I'm butchering his name again, but so these are, well-known actors. They're successful actors. I'm just gonna look up Lady and Tramp, see who else is in this. Give me 1 second, sorry. There we go. So, Tessa Thompson's Lady, Justin Theroux is Tramp, Sam Elliott is Trusty, Ashley Jensen is Jackie. I don't know if that's a new character. Yvette Nicole Brown is Aunt Sarah. Kirstie Clemens is in this. I didn't know she was in it, or I might have heard and I forgot. So she's supposed to be in The Flash as well. Darling, so she plays Darling. Janelle Monáe is Peg. Thomas Mann, oh, it's Jim Deere. Okay, he looks a little bit different, that's good. Benedict Wong is Bull, and so forth. So I don't want to name every actor in here, but looks beautiful. I think it looks really good, and it doesn't look, so this was the fear that it's sort of a business decision, right? Which films are theatrical, which films are Disney Plus, and that goes back to what can support itself as a theatrical film. So obviously Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, soon 2021 or 2021, Little Mermaid, right? Because they haven't started filming that yet. So those four obviously very famous films, I call them the Fabulous Four, they can support themselves. People will watch them out of curiosity, and if the films, obviously you want the film to be good, but there's a base, there's a support base for this. Lady and Tramp does have its fan base as well, smaller, I'm sure no less passionate, but it's a smaller base just because the original film came out in 1955. I've seen it, my sister's seen it, my wife's seen it. I don't know about the new generation, right? The next generation Z here that we're with, the young kids of today, even teenagers, but even the younger children, 6, 7, 8s. I don't know if they've seen it. I haven't heard. I mean, I'm a teacher, or I have taught for the past almost 10 years, so I haven't heard too many people speak about Lady and the Tramp. It's much more, keeping up with what's new, right? Every year there's 700 or 750 films each year. I mean, a lot of those obviously aren't for children, but just keeping up with Pixar, the Pixar films, even Up, right, which is 10 years old now. Up, Toy Story films, I'm trying to think of Disney animation, Frozen, so obviously Frozen you hear about a lot, the kids talk about it a lot, Moana. So yes, that whole box office discussion is, would this film do well at the box office? I think it would make, again, depending on how it's received, because Dumbo was very divisive and didn't get great reviews, so obviously the box office suffered. But I think it still made, I think it made over 100 million domestically and over 300 million worldwide. So that's pretty good for a film that is rotten, I believe, on Rotten Tomatoes. But Lady and Tramp, would it do okay at the box office? I think so. I think it would do alright. I mean, it does have the Disney marketing machine behind it if they wanted that. But they're really trying to push Disney Plus, and they want people to subscribe. This is a beloved film. Even though it is a smaller fan base, you get, I think Disney Plus will be in North America at a starting point, and some other countries like Australia. I just read a report about it recently. But they're in select countries November 12th. So right off the bat, you have millions of people who have seen Lady and Tramp, who are Star Wars fans like me, so they'll watch The Mandalorian, and then you get people to subscribe, and it's a success, right? And you can release numbers if they're good numbers. So yes, I think it looks really sweet. Tessa's voice is great. Justin Theroux's voice is okay. Doesn't have as much charm as the original. This one does look lovely and charming and sweet, so we'll see how it is. We'll see if again, it's live action. They're using real dogs here, so it's not created in a computer. But we'll see if there's a little bit of a loss of personality from the original. Now, the original film is a slower film, a quieter film, so that might lend itself to this live action reimagining. It might help the live action reimagining, is what I mean, because people aren't expecting, a great musical like The Lion King, which had 4 or 5 songs from the original film, and it's very, very energetic. The Lion King. I just watched it recently with a class actually, and anyway, so I think that benefits Lady and Tramp. It's a quieter film. They can do it keep it really tight, keep it at, I don't even know if it's going to be 90 minutes, because the original, I believe, is shorter. It must be 70 something minutes. Animation, especially back then, took a lot of time, a lot of money, so they didn't do 90-minute films or 100-minute films until recently. I think that started with Tangled. But yes, we'll see. I hope they don't stretch it out just to stretch it out. I mean, if it's keep it tight at 90 minutes, right? Or yeah, 90, 95 minutes. So I think it looks good, looks sweet. I think in terms of budget, it looks great, well shot. Doesn't look cheap, which is not that this film needs to be incredibly expensive, but it looks like they spend money on it. It looks like it had a good budget. I'm sure that information will come out or not. You never know. But we'll see if the budget's released, just to see what Disney's spending on these films. Because if you spend, like The Mandalorian, they keep saying, oh, we spend, Game of Thrones, well, Game of Thrones is really expensive, especially the last season, but some episodes like, well, we spent $1 million per episode. I think it was Altered Carbon. We spent $1 million per episode. I don't know what they're spending on The Witcher, but if it's $1 million, if you think about it, yeah, that's expensive for television, right? But it's really not expensive for these streaming services. I mean, it is. It's $8 million for The Mandalorian, or more actually. I'm sure that show's more expensive, but I'm just saying you're spending a million or a couple million per episode, which is a lot, but it's changing, it's shifting, because now you have the subscribers. Does that make sense? It's sort of not, because television, the knock on television for a long time was that it's cheap, right? Especially when it first started, 1950s, 1960s, and even Saved by the Bell, right, and things like that. They're just easy to produce. Full House, it's just the same sets, and it's like the actor salaries later on are the most expensive. Friends, but they're cheap to produce because there's usually no action sequences, and I'm talking about television like comedies, things like this, where it's more family oriented. So my point is spending $10 million on Lady and Tramp, or 15 or $20 million, it's totally worth it, because it's not going to theatrical. You don't have to produce prints or send the film, not prints anymore, but send digital files or digital boxes to theaters. You just have to upload it to your streaming service, and then it can play everywhere and make sure it works properly. But it plays everywhere, so you're cutting down costs there. Marketing is on Disney Plus. Release a trailer on your own YouTube page, and so it's much less. I mean, they just released a poster yesterday as well. So one poster, one trailer, and that's the film. And you know, whether this film costs 10 million or 15 million or 20 million, they'll make it back with the subscribers eventually. So it's a smart move. They have some other films that they're speaking about. They're just talking about it here. I'll take a look. So just to finish off, they are making or remaking Home Alone, Night at the Museum, etc. I believe that's on Disney Plus. So all of these films and new shows, The Falcon and The Winter Soldier, will be on Disney Plus. So I'm really looking forward to November. I think it'll be cool. Hopefully all the shows and the films like Lady and the Tramp are of high quality. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Does this look good to you? Do you like the trailer? Are you looking forward to the film? Okay, so I will see you soon. It's D23 this weekend, so you might see me again very soon. Okay, thank you guys. Bye.